The Stoics never had a bank account. They also never went into debt buying things to impress people who didn't care about them. 2,000 years before personal finance influencers existed, philosophers were already teaching the exact habits that separate people who build wealth from people who just look like they have money. Here are 5 Stoic money habits and how to actually use them starting this week. Most money advice tells you how to earn more. The Stoics started somewhere else entirely, wanting less. Epictetus taught that wealth doesn't come from adding more possessions. It comes from subtracting unnecessary desires. Every subscription you don't use, every upgrade you didn't need, every purchase made to fill a feeling instead of a function is a want mistaken for a necessity. This week, cancel one thing you're paying for out of habit, not need. Notice how little you actually miss it. A lot of spending isn't really about the thing you're buying. It's about the person you imagine will notice. Seneca warned that we suffer more in imagination than in reality, and nowhere is that more true than watching other people's highlight reels and spending to keep up with a life you never actually see the full cost of. Before a purchase, ask one honest question. Am I buying this for me or for an audience? If it's for the audience, put it down. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort on purpose, eating simply, sleeping on the floor occasionally, going without, just to prove to themselves they could handle less than they had. You don't need to go that far, but building a savings margin does the same job. It's proof in your own bank account that your peace doesn't depend on your income staying exactly where it is right now. Start absurdly small if you have to. The habit matters more than the number. Marcus Aurelius wrote that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in the way you think. Most overspending happens when we confuse the price of something with its actual value to us. The expensive version of a thing rarely makes you twice as happy as the simple version. It just costs twice as much. Before buying the upgrade, ask what specifically it changes about your life. If the honest answer is nothing, it just looks better, you already have your answer. This is the one that changes everything else. The Stoics didn't view wealth as good or bad. They viewed it as indifferent, a tool that could be used well or poorly, but never a measure of your character. The moment money stops being a scoreboard you're comparing against other people, it becomes something much simpler, a resource to build the life you actually want, not the life that photographs well. None of these habits require a raise. They require a different relationship with what you already have. Want less, spend for yourself, not an audience. Build a margin, know the difference between price and value, and stop keeping score. If one of these hit home, write the word margin in the comments. And if you want daily reflections that build this same clarity, not just about money, but about how you think, download Becoming Stoic. It's free on the App Store. Subscribe for more. The Stoics never had a savings app. They just had better questions.